There's nothing more life-changing than the moment a mind starts to understand itself. The moment the mind starts to understand itself, meaning understand what's actually going on, away from its conditioning, away from the illusions, away from what we believe to be true. The moment the mind understands itself is the moment that everything changes, right? When it actually sees, not sees with limitation, right? Keep pushing, fam. Let's go, bro. Salute, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. Not seeing things with limitations, not seeing things with, not altering what you see, right? But truly understanding yourself, meaning how the mind works, how the brain works, how this entire human structure, seeing it for what it actually is. Now, how do you get to that point, right? You can't see yourself if you're blinded by what you think is true. You can't see yourself if you refuse to question yourself. You can't see yourself if you live in fear and you don't understand it, right? You can't see yourself if you have deep levels of conditioning that you have not addressed. Because if you were to see it, you will move without hesitation. You will move without fear. You will move without psychological conflict, right? But check this. What is it that people are afraid of? As a matter of fact, let's make this more engaging this morning. Put down below, what is it that most people, if I say most people, include yourself. If you don't want to say what you're afraid of, then say what most people are afraid of. What you think and what you see most people are afraid of. What do you think? What are you afraid of? And what do you think most people are afraid of? Cool. Change. Okay. What else? What else? What do you think most people are afraid of? I don't know. Can you guys hear me? The unknown. That's exactly what I want to jump on about the unknown. And I had a realization last night. And I wanted to break this down. I'm going to share it. I was going to share it with my Patreon members. But I will talk about it on here. Repeating old cycles. Okay. So it says here, change, the unknown, repeating old cycles. Okay. What do you think most people are afraid of? What do you think most people are afraid of, or what are you afraid of? Come on, fam. You got to talk to me. Talk to me, fam. Most people, what others think, if us, what others... Most people, what others think, if us, what others think. That's good. I mean, yeah. You got it. All right, cool. Check this. So last night I was on my flight, right? Long flight, 6.5 hours, right? I'm afraid of never changing. Sitting still scares me more than I thought of diving in head first. Rejection, fear, failing, nor willing to develop themselves. Okay, cool. Check this. I'm on my flight and I'm journaling, right? And I'm sitting there and something just clicked. This entire time I'm talking about the fear of the unknown. And I'm talking about the unknown, right? The unknown of what we think it is, and the unknown of the unknown that in our minds that we see it, we feel like, oh, I fear the unknown. I'm afraid of it. I don't understand it, right? Then I sit down and I'm like, wait a minute. It hit me. Started questioning myself. I said, we don't fear the unknown. You don't fear the unknown because you can't fear something that is unknown. I don't know it. I don't fear something that's unknown. So this entire time, for a very long time, I've been saying, yo, we fear the unknown. People fear the unknown. And I'm like, wait a minute, we don't fear the unknown. We fear the ending of a known. The ending of the known. Or the change of a known. And that to me blew my mind. I'm literally sitting there and I'm like, well, we don't fear the unknown. We fear the change of a known. We fear the ending of a known. So if you look at this, oh shit, boom, my brain just completely just said boom. Like I literally, like the emoji, that brain emoji said, oh shit. For years I've been talking about fear of the unknown, fear of the unknown, fear of the unknown, fear of the unknown for years. Then it just hit me. Because again, I don't see things in absolutes. I don't see things in absolutes, right? I see things where I say it and then I question it. So I was questioning everything that my own self, like, okay, this, to see it from a different perspective. I'm just questioning to understand it and just playing it out. I'm like, I'm writing this down. People fear the unknown. And then I stop. I said, but what the fuck is the unknown? What is the unknown? What is the unknown? We fear the ending of our known changing. We fear the change of the known, and we fear the ending of a known. So because we fear the ending of a known, and we fear the ending of the change of a known, right? Then that means we want to stay the same, hoping things change. I secretly want to stay the same. I secretly want to stay the same, wishing things were different. But I don't want things to be different because I want my known to be this. So anytime I make a new move, I think it's a different experience. Anytime I do something different, right? And bear with me, fam. Remember, I was on my flight last night thinking of this. So now this whole thing is I'm viewing it right now. Just if you hear me stuttering or figuring things out, you just gotta follow this for a second. I want change. I want to make a new move. And I'm thinking, fuck, if I make this move, it's going to be an end of the known, of this position that I'm in. Yes, I'm miserable. Yes, I'm not where I say I want to be. Yes, I'm in this position psychologically. Yes, I have anxiety that I've never questioned and I don't understand. Yes, I have depression. Yes, I live in fear, whatever it is. But at least I know this fear. At least I know this. At least I know this limitation. At least I'm familiar with this car and this four corners. And at least I'm familiar with the situation I'm in. As miserable as I say I am. As miserable as one will scream to be. Man, I'm miserable. I'm crying every day. I know this position. I know this situation. And because I know that, because I know this misery, I would rather be in the misery that I know than be the thought of a clarity that I don't know. Does that make sense? I'd rather be in a misery that I know than a misery that I don't know, or a clarity that I don't know. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I know this situation. I went out, but at least I know it. I'm miserable, but at least I know it. At least I can maneuver it. At least I can move in it. At least I can sleep in it. I know I can survive the next day being in this position that I'm in. You guys following? So the idea of being within this idea of fearing the unknown, it's like, no, if I fear this known ending, so all this idea of change and all this idea of transformation and all these ideas of what I want to be, all these ideas, I'm projecting of what I think is going to happen. But the only reason I'm not going to make any moves is because I fear the change of this position. I know how to maneuver this position. I know how to maneuver within this position. So then check this, man, check this. This is amazing. I'm here on my flight like, yo. Like, again, there's no high better than clarity, fam. There's no high better than clarity. So I'm high as a motherfucker. I'm like, yo, I'm on this live. I'm like, my brain is just processing this. I'm like, yo, I can't even. I'm like, whoa, makes a lot of sense. For years I've been talking about we fear the unknown. But it's, what the heck is that? It's like, oh, I fear death. Why? Because I fear the unknown. It's like, no. You fear death because you don't want to put an end to what you know. I don't want to put an end to what I know, which is this. I don't know what's there. But then we start projecting so we don't fear, oh, there's paradise on the other side. There's all these things on the other side. There's a whole life on the other side. We start creating these things so we can assume that we know, so it can be a transfer from one known to another known. Oh, man, I really hope you guys see this. I create what I think is going to happen so I can transfer from a known to another known. So I will not have any fear because I want to say I know so I can live my life assuming that I know. But I fear the ending of a known, right? I fear the ending of a known. So because of that, think about no matter what, check this, no matter what happens, if I fear the known, there is nothing that you can, if I fear the ending of a known, follow me. Again, I'm processing this for the first time. If I fear the known, no matter what my position is, I will always fight hard to stay the same. Because I fear the ending of this known. Because this known is comfort. Right? I'm comfortable. I know how to do this. I know how to maneuver within this situation. I know how to maneuver within this position. I know how to exist within this position. No, I fear how I will die, the act of dying and the suffering of dying. But we'll go over that. I will tap into that in a bit. Let me finish this process. I don't want to get distracted with this process for a second. So no matter what my position is in life, I am looking at the situation and saying, yo, you know what, man? I don't want to put an end to this known. And no matter how much I scream for it, I'm always looking to, hope that things go my way. So I make moves, maneuvering within the known, wishing things changed. Man, I move within the known because I don't want to put the ending of this known, wishing things would change. Do we see this? I maneuver within the known. Yo, why is life the same? Why is nothing go? Why do I continue to repeat the same mistakes? Why do I continue to meet the same type of people? Why do I continue to make the same amount of money? Why do I continue to be in the same position I'm in? Our thought process, the way we see things, is we viewing the world through the eyes of what we know, and I'm only making moves within the realm of what I think I know. So now nothing changes because you're doing what you think you know. Yo, I fear the ending of this known. I fear the ending of the known. I fear the change of a known. So therefore, when I make moves, I'm making moves through the eyes of one who wants to stay in the known, wishing things were different. That's why one day is more important to people than day one. Because day one means a change of the known. Day one means the change of the transition from one known to another, the transition to the ending of this position. This is why when it comes to seeing the truth about yourself, check this. Why do people choose to ignore themselves? Why do people choose to ignore themselves, right? We ignore ourselves because if I see myself, there's total transformation within the mind, which means if I fear the known, I don't want to have this transformation. If I fear the ending of the known, sorry, I keep saying I fear the known. Again, fam, I had a flight last night, and I'm saying this because I had this realization last night. So I'm processing this and I'm diving into this right now. Like, it's not the fact that I had a flight. It's the fact that on the flight, I had this realization that those of you who are just tuning in, we don't fear we don't fear the unknown. We fear the change of a known or the ending of the known. So, but why do I not want to see myself? Because if I see myself, if I see the facts, check this. If I see the facts, then there is complete transformation in the mind. Complete. I see it. I actually see it. But why would I want to alter it? Because if I fear the facts, then there's deterioration. If I fear the facts, because if I see a fact about myself, the known that I have, the known will transfer, will change. The known will come to an end. Man, I know I'm all over the place, but fam, you gotta follow me. Gotta follow this. Gotta follow this. I don't know who's really on here, but you gotta follow this. The transfer of the known. So one known to another, and the fact that I fear that change. If I were to see myself in a complete transformation in my mind, I see the world from a totally different perspective. The ending of what I thought was true. The ending and questioning of all of my beliefs. The questioning of my perception of this world. My positioning. If I fear the fact, there will be deterioration. I will stay the same. If I fear the fact, because it's a known changing to another known, and I fear that. So I would not want it even like, if I fear the end, if I fear seeing the facts, right? It's the fear of the fact that causes deterioration. But there's awareness when I embrace the fact. When I want to see, if there is no fear of the ending of a known, if there's no fear of a change of the known, then the facts to me give me life. The fact of my situation, the fact, oh shit, the result, the end result, the change is what I'm interested in. I'm looking to dive into it. But the fact that I fear look, check this. I fear the fact. I fear seeing myself. I don't want to see it, because if I see it, then there's a change from the known to another known, or there's the ending of the known that I know, that I think I know. So the ending of a known, if I fear it or I don't want to see it, I will alter what I see. I will alter the facts of what I see. So therefore, there's deterioration in the mind, because I'm living life not seeing myself. So I'm saying, check this. Here's why this is important, and I hope you guys are following. This is important because if I'm living life with no intention to change. I'm living life with no intention to understand myself. I'm living life in hopes. I'm living life in wishes. I'm living life in beliefs, because I don't want to go from one known to another. I don't want the ending of this known. So I'm existing with no intention to understand. So now there's deterioration in the mind, right? Because my mind is not alert. My mind is not aware. My mind is not interested. My mind is not curious. My mind is not diving into anything, right? And I know I see you guys' comments, but I don't want to get distracted, because then it'll open up another thought. But right now I'm just looking to break this down. So I'm living life with no intention to see myself. Then there's deterioration in the mind, because I'm living within this known, and this known, I'm on autopilot. That's what autopilot is. I'm jumping from I'm just existing within the realm of what I think I know. So I'm wondering why why am I deteriorating? Why am I jumping from one thing to one thing? I'm thinking I'm making changes, but it's all the same within the known, right? Because I don't want to see things differently. I'm afraid, I fear this, right? And the fact that if I were to see a fact, any fact, if you fear a fact, any fact, if you fear it and you don't want to see it, then the mind's no longer interested. You create conclusions in life. You create what you think it is, what you wish it was, what you hope it to be, and then you live within that, which then dulls the mind, deteriorates the mind, right? Because now I'm not interested. You know, what happens when you're interested in something? The alertness, there's awareness, there's interest, there's energy, there's focus. I'm interested in something. When you're not interested, what happens? The mind gets dull, right? The mind's dull. The mind's just like, I'm not interested. You're not diving into it. You're not seeing the details. You're not worried about it. You're not focused on it. You're not looking to understand the details behind it, right? Meaning what you see and studying the little details to understand it. So because you're not interested, it's like, okay, I don't want to see it. I fear it. And this is what I've seen. I've seen it working with people one-to-one. I've seen it where, just conversations I'm having or what I see on the internet. The moment one fears, like the moment one can see things differently. And it makes so much sense. Like I get hundreds of unfollows a day. Hundreds of unfollows a day. I get hundreds of followers a day, and then I get hundreds of unfollows a day. The moment one sees themselves, if I fear the ending of a known or a change of a known, if I fear it, then that level, I don't want that to be. I don't want that to be. It's like, bling, I don't want this to be. I don't want that to be. I want to ignore it. So I ignore it. Check this. I ignore the facts because I fear the facts. I ignore it. So now I'm existing in this world wishing things were different as the mind deteriorates because I'm staying within the known, and the known is comfortable. And as long as the mind is comfortable, the mind's no longer interested. Do we see this? As long as the mind is comfortable, as long as the mind says, I'm good, the mind is no longer interested. When you're uncomfortable, you're up, you're interested, right? So, then this sun is hitting me nice right now. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just listen. Those of you who was on yesterday live, is a little joke on yesterday's live. So now we look at this position we're in, right? I'm not interested. I'm not interested in seeing myself. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested, right? Think about this, fam. I'm not interested. This is why I always tell people, like, I'm always, like, in the mornings, I tell my clients, people I work with one-to-one, and I do it myself, hey, take cold showers, right? The moment you take cold showers, right, the body's alert, the body's aware, the mind is open, the mind is interested. The mind, you have to focus on your breathing, you're present, the body's alert, you're like, you're in the present moment, your body's working for you, and then there's energy, right? Because you jump into the cold, it's not comfortable, the mind is alert. But when you when you're in a warm shower, what happens, right? You go to the warm shower, I'm good, I'm comfortable, right? Oh, I appreciate the badge. Much love, appreciation for the badge. Comfortable, I'm good, I ain't gotta do something, it's fine, like I'm good, I'm starting my day. There's comfort. Now let's take that feeling. Let's take that feeling when it comes to the mind. The same way as people will prefer to take a warm shower because it's comfortable, it's easy, right? Whatever. It's comfortable, right? The same way people will prefer that, and think about how you feel and why you're willing to do that, because it's easy, right? It's easy. You take a shower, it's easy. It's good. There's nothing refresh, whatever. I'm fresh, I'm clean. It's not the code when you jump in and there's instant alertness. There's instant change. There's instant change in your energy. Instantly. Cold. Fuck. I'm up. Okay. Woo. I'm in. Right? There's instant. It's instant. So now think about it. Think about it when it comes to the mind. If I do not want to do that, I want to stay within the known, this comfort of the known, right? I want to stay within this known. And now because I fear the ending of this known and I don't want to see, or the change of this known, I'm living life with limitations I don't want to see. I do not want to see because I prefer not to, right? So now the mind deteriorates. I stay the same. I make the moves within this known. And then there is deterioration within the mind. So the point of this whole entire life is that we get to this point where we say we don't fear the unknown. We fear the ending of a known and the change of a known. And that to me just blows my mind. How you guys feel about this live? Give me some emojis. Let me go up. Give me some fire emojis if you find this live valuable, eye-opening, all that good stuff. Let me scroll up. It's all about stepping out of your comfort zone. That's where you learn so much about yourself. Hence why the government loves to keep us, that word's crazy, and express excess comfort. Yep, you're right. Potential excess comfort. Yep. What if you're so interested? I can't even see this. Blare is crazy. What if you're so interested and what it so bad? Hold on. Okay, that's better. What if you are so interested and want it so bad, but you're still scared of the known ending, even if it's been toxic for 30 years? Listen, you can't be so interested in... You can't be interested in what is true and still be scared. It's like saying, yo, I want food so bad. I want food so bad. And looking at food and saying, I want it so bad. Yo, what if I want to eat this food so bad, but I'm still not going to eat it? It's like, no, you're going to eat the food. You want it so bad. You can't just, like, I want this food so bad, but I just don't want to eat it. I want it so bad. It's just, I'm not going to, no, you're going to eat it. I'm hungry. I haven't ate for 40 days. And I'm like, literally about to die. I'm like, yo, I'm hungry, and then I really want this food so bad, but I don't want to die. You know, it's like, wait a minute, like, eat the food, right? So it's seeing that, again, the known is the ending of a known or the change of a known. That is the fear, you know? 30 years of the same experience. No matter the experience, I say I'm miserable, I'm this, but there's one thing that keeps me in the same position, and it's the fact that it is the known. Man, as long as it's the known, as long as it doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter almost anything can happen. But I'm willing to stay in the same position because it's what I know. It's what I know. And if I fear the ending of a known or a change of the known, then no matter what I say verbally, no matter what I say or what happens, I secretly want to stay the same. And that right there is a mind-blowing shit that nobody wants to admit, which is like, oh, it's fucked up, Anthony. What are you saying? No, because this makes sense. Because at any moment you can make a change, right? Any moment. Right? As long as I fear the ending of this known or a change of this known, then I will not make any changes. This makes sense. I never heard it put that way. Listen, yesterday I'm on this flight and I'm sitting there like this. I'm sitting here and I question myself all the time. Everything I talk about, everything I say, I'm always questioning, journaling, questioning things, circling it, make sure that I'm not viewing the world through the eyes of this narrow mind. I don't want it to be Anthony's way. That's not what it is. Anthony's way, my way. I want to see what is. So I was writing down people question the unknown. And then I kept writing and I stopped. I said, the unknown, but how do we check this. How do we fear something that we don't understand? How do we fear something that we don't know? How do you fear something? Like, it just stopped me, literally, in the middle of it. Yo, fear the unknown. Like, how do you fear something that you don't know. You just don't. You don't know it. It's like, yo, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So it's the ending of this known, or the change of this known, that I'm holding on to, that I'm afraid of, right? Like, I'm afraid of this ending. I'm afraid of the ending of this, which then it goes from this to something else. It goes from a change from one known to another known, but that change is fucking scary to people. That's why when I say, when you understand yourself, you know yourself, you dive into anything, knowing that it doesn't matter what happens, because I have full control over how I respond to what happens. But when you think you know yourself and you fear the ending of this known, you won't question yourself. You don't want transformation. Like, why would you want transformation? Like, why would you want transformation? I fear the change of this known. Like, this is what I know. This is all I know. So people will stay in the same place. I'm miserable. I'm this. I'm broke. I'm this. I'm fat. I'm this. I'm that. Whatever excuse. But because I don't want to change this habit, this known, this pattern. I know this life. I know it. I've survived to the next moment being this way. This partner has been abusing me for 50 years. But I know this person. I know I can use the bathroom this way and then go this way and then go to this corner of the house and go this. Oh, this block is scary. I live in the Bronx. This block is scary. There's shootings all around. But I know how to maneuver within the block. I'm okay. I don't want to move out of this block and go to Utah where there's no killings and no shooting. I don't want to, I mean, like obviously I'm saying in a nice little spot in Utah. I don't want to live in the middle of Oklahoma. I want to be on this block that I'm scared of dying in the Bronx. Right, I want to go to the bodega down the block, right? But I know that I'm going to move within 1 p.m. only, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And I'm not going to go outside after 8 p.m. So I maneuver within, because I don't want the change of this known, no matter how much this deteriorates, no matter how much this is coming to an end, no matter how the signs is so fucking clear. I fear the ending of this known, so I hold on to the very last second until it no longer makes sense. I hold on to this until it literally no longer makes sense. Until it changes on its own. And then it literally, even then, there's like, oh man, there's still that fear of it. It's just, if you could see this, man, it hit me so hard yesterday. It blew my mind. What I'm talking about today blew my mind. I am somebody who speaks on here and say we fear the unknown. Those who fear the unknown. If you look at my entry journals, if you look at my posts, if you look at everything, I'm always talking about fear the unknown. And yesterday on the flight from New York City to fucking California, my mind was just like, oh shit, no, like no, just blown away. Because it makes sense why people stay the same. It makes sense why people stay the same. It makes so much sense why people stay the same. Damn. Can you guys even see me? I can't even see. My eyes is like... I think a lot of people feel safe in what they witness and require a lot of validation in that comfort, and it keeps them stuck. Meanwhile, something inside wants to experience the unknown. Okay, especially with social pressure. Just tuning in. But the fear overrides it. Trusting. Damn, dude, I can't even see it. Yourself is important. I'm on this journey now. Listen. We're talking about the ending of the known, right? And if we look at this right here is people feel safe. Again, we broke down this entire process. It's just like when the mind thinks it's safe, it's no longer interested, it's no longer alert, it's no longer aware, it's no longer clear, it's no longer paying attention to the details. So it deteriorates. The mind deteriorates because it thinks it's playing within the known. It's moving within the known. Oh, I know this life, right? This is why people work a job for 20 plus years, no matter how miserable they are. They stay within the job, but then they feel their mind deteriorates. Stay within a relationship 20 plus years, no matter how wrong it is, whatever. I'm safe. The moment the mind says it's good, it's no longer interested. So now you have people wondering, okay, why is my mind deteriorating? Why I need that alertness, and you can't just artificially create the alertness, right? It's that the mind's perception of what's going on is I'm in the known. I know this. Yes, I have no money, but I know how to maneuver within the system. I have only $10 to my name, but I know I can go to the government for help. I know I can live with this thing for help. I know I can borrow money here. I know this one place that has dollar pizzas that I can maneuver, so that's $1 a day. I know this one corner I can go to that if I ask this person for money, they're going to give it to me. So I'm good. $10 is good. I'm in the known. I'm in the known. Do we see this? I'm in the known. No matter how, from the perception of the outside, someone says, oh, that person's going through all these problems. And no matter what others think of you or whatever others see in that person's mind, the known is much more, is what we prioritize more than the ending of it, than anything else, and what's happening. I'm in the known. Okay, I'm here. I created my little routine. I've created my little comfort zone. I created this little thing. I maneuver within this known. Anything that comes in to change it, anything that alters my perspective, anything that can come in and puts an end to this known, I will fear it. Because I will not accept it. I will not question it. I will not embrace it. I will alter what I see. So you have people who are looking at on the internet, reading books and all these things, and literally altering what they see. Because I don't want to see this. If I see this, it's a change of my position. It's a change of my known. It's a transformation. It's a known to another known. And I don't want to know this known, because this known comes with a whole new fucking existence. Did we see that? I'm getting so inspired as I speak about it. I'm like, yo, this shit is mind-blowing, because it makes so much sense. It's amazing. Like, I like it. And right now I got this extra filter on me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people lick their lip. I got this extra filter on me. I got the sun beaming. My lips all red from wearing that mask on the flight. I'm just mad. Yeah, yesterday's live just still in my mind. You just made me think about how many people buy supplements to sharpen their minds. If they worked on the things that actually filled it, then they wouldn't be right. Thank you so much for the badges. I appreciate the badges. I appreciate the badge. Thank you. Cool J vibes with the licking the lips, right? Like, yo, you know how people be licking the lips? They gotta make sure they're, you know what I'm saying? You know, people are funny, bro. I just think it's funny. You got they look for the perfect spot. Like they'll drive around, right? They're driving around. Yo, where can I do this live at? Oh, the sun's beaming. You know, and they think they look good. It's funny. It's just all funny clown shit. Anyway, fam, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Give me some fire emojis if you found this valuable. I don't know who's on here. Let me know who's on here. Give me some fire emojis. Give me some fire emojis, fam. Give me some fire emojis. This realization has been mind blowing. It opened up a whole new world. How I like literally. Oh, I'm gonna post that quote too in my awareness journal, fam. If you're not signed up to my awareness journal, you're missing out on some shit. Today, I'm going to be adding every single person on my awareness journal to my close friends list on Instagram. So there's going to be private stories. I'm going to share, preparation of a podcast, lifestyle, books I read, videos, maybe daily inspiration. A lot of things I'm going to share on my close friends list. So if you're not signed up to my daily awareness journal, my Patreon, link is in my bio. Go sign up for that. You're going to get daily awareness journal, my daily awareness journal. Also, you're going to be part of my friends list, my close friends list. So I'm going to add each and every single person to that. And again, those of you who are signed up know that the daily awareness journal is one thing, right? It's like a never-ending book. It's like a new page to a never-ending book. If you're looking for a book to read, I got about 50-something pages on this daily awareness journal. So this is mind-blowing. I'm going to post that quote that I said here on the daily awareness journal. A lot of things, a lot of shit I'm going to be doing. So sign up for that. Only $5 a month. Only $5 a month to be part of my close friends list. Daily awareness journal. And I'm going to be sharing exclusive content, fam. Exclusive content. Shit that I don't share on social media. Lifestyle shit. A lot of shit to think about on the day-to-day. So sign up to that now. Link is in my bio. I love you. I appreciate you. You guys have an amazing day, y'all. Peace.